Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. The winter event has started today, so I've been doing a little bit of that today. I've planted basically all of my characters here. If you want to know one of the easiest ways to get the materials to purchase stuff in here, it's actually
A wise
just
man
to do.
can hear profit in the wind.
That gets so annoying to hear so much. Is to actually just do the duty officer missions in here. You will get a lot of supplies, and so I've been slowly building those up. This account itself. Was not active during last Christmas.
Friendly customer.
So I actually don't have any of this stuff. This is just about as much, but this is what I've gained since earlier today when I started playing. The nice thing about this is that it refreshes every 4 hours.
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
You can generally tell on when it's going to refresh again by the sector update here. With the sector update, it'll update the current map and give you more things to run. And it just randomly updates every 4 hours. I don't think there's any that gets locked out of it if you're still doing it, at least not that I know of.
Don't you want an Epo friend?
I'm going to remove myself from the annoying Epo salesman and the annoying Ferengi. But yeah, so been doing those. It's actually very easy to get the trade-in parts for the winter event. Just by doing the duty officer missions here within the current map. So that's what I've been doing. Update again here in about 2 hours, or about hour and a half. My time. So I'll probably be heading back here again. But in the meantime, we're going to do some missions. I am actually kind of excited to actually do some missions. Actually, I need to see how many I have, because I was saying yesterday that I wanted to get a kit for that has perf.
Q's friendly customer service can help you with
Kit
all
perf
of your
and
mail
kit
and storage
damage.
needs.
And I actually noticed that the Marine kit actually does have
Peace is good for business.
not the space set. Oh, I do want to buy that space set. Ground set.
Epos! Cuddly and friendly Epos!
I will probably eventually buy this whole set for this character. Just because of it. So, see, it has plus 52 on kit performance, plus 26 on kit readiness, which is what I want. So we are going to buy that kit frame. And then I'll go ahead and put
Q's friendly customer.
this stuff back
I
in
have
here.
winter items for a bargain.
Is this? Oop, there it is. Is it? No, you cannot re-engineer it. But still, the unfortunate side effect of this one is that though crit severity and crit chance are very good, it's not exactly what I'm aiming for. And I think this will probably be better for the build I currently have. I believe.
Q is a genius.
But With that being said, let's go ahead and head off on a mission. There's a patrol here. Yeah, so I was, both accounts, moved a whole bunch of characters over to the winter event area. I'm actually excited to get the Interceptor here. I'll be honest with you, the escorts that they, or raiders or whatever that they, the event ones, tend to be pretty good. And apparently by the numbers, that one is really good. Excellent work, Daniels.
Thank you. I've also transmitted files that will establish your cover identity as Tal Shiar security operatives. You'll need to put this data into their local network before entering the research facility, however. There's a comms satellite nearby that you can use to accomplish this.
Understood. Let's hope that Tal Shiar's reputation keeps up the suspicion. Keeps us above suspicion. Hey, that's the Romulan Dreadnought, which is a very pretty ship.
Tal Shiar vessel, cease all sensor scans of the device immediately. You do not have the proper clearance.
Watch your tone, Nakul. We will respect your wishes for now.
IRW Moreri. This is Galorndon Station Command. Please transmit your security credentials.
Knowledge Station Command. Transmitting now.
Data received, Moreri. Welcome to Galorndon Core. Sending you transporter coordinates now. I've taken the liberty of informing Commander Chulok. I'm sure the Director will want to greet you personally.
Very well. I'm looking forward to it. Mariah out. Let's not keep them waiting. Beam us down.
doomsday machines seek and destroy planetary bodies, consuming what remains as fuel. And yet, there's one in orbit just sitting there, peaceful. It looks like reports of the Nakul gaining the ability to control the machines are accurate. We need to find out how, and fast. Your holographic disguises should conceal you while you search the facility. Good hunting.
Thanks. We'll need it. Dole's out. Stay on your guard. Let me know if that thing even twitches a little.
This area is restricted. You need to leave. Now.
I am a sub-commander of the Tal Shiar. Step aside.
My orders are clear, Romulan. No one is to pass this point until the meeting is concluded. No one, not even Chulak himself.
As you wish. Carry on.
Sub-Commander, it is my duty to inform you that this area is restricted. Sir.
Not to me, Centurion. Step aside, now.
Yes, Sub-Commander. At once. Forgive my rudeness. Access granted. Let me get the door for you.
Thank you. Your service to the Empire has been noted, Centurion.
Sub-Commander, I've been instructed to grant you access to this facility.
Do you agree with that command, Centurion?
Of course, Sub-Commander. My family is a friend to the Tal Shiar and loyal to the Empire. Access for you and your team is granted.
Dutiful service to the Empire is always rewarded. Carry on.
The Senate has dispatched an agent from an alien race known as the Nakul. Repugnant creature. But she's of a keen mind and cunning I can appreciate as a Romulan officer. If only her visage wasn't so hideous. She boasts she has a weapon that will turn the tide in favor of Romulus. An old song, to be sure, but she sings it sweetly. Krog's mysterious backer, the so-called envoy, has made an impression in the right circles of power. We'll see if he can deliver, however. Data on his miracle weapon is due to arrive soon. Those scars, truly hideous. Krog is practically radiant in comparison. My researchers have analyzed the Nakul weapon data. It matches a report we have on an incident in Federation space involving a doomsday machine. If accurate, this weapon destroyed USS Constellation and nearly rid the cosmos of USS Enterprise. It seems Enterprise's thrice-damned captain exposed a vulnerability in the weapon. I shall have to address this with Krog upon her return. Krog arrives tomorrow, along with her reportedly improved weapon. I believe the envoy will be making an appearance as well. It seems it's the season for guests. If my agents are to be believed, we'll be getting a visit from the Tal Shiar very soon. I'm already suffering the witless bureaucrat from the Senate. To endure the serpents of the secret police is nearly too much to ask of a true Romulan. Sub-Commander, if this doomsday weapon lives up to the Nakul woman's boasts, it will ensure the Empire's dominance over the entire quadrant. The Federation and the Klingons will have no choice but to bend the knee to Romulus, or face annihilation.
Do you trust the Nakul, Commander?
No. Trust is a hard-earned currency. However, I respect their weapon.
Greetings, Sub-Commander. I knew it was only a matter of time before the fabled Tal Shiar came to call. The Nakul have brought a glorious weapon to your empire. You won't be disappointed. I can assure you.
I hope so, Specialist, for your sake.
Have a care, friend. We don't take kindly to threats.
Your attention, please. Let's begin, shall we? We thank Specialist Krog of Nakul for joining us. We have concerns about the dangers involved with this weapon.
You have nothing to fear from the machine, my friend.
Would you be so confident if you were here, Envoy?
Utterly so, Commander. Soon, the Doomsday Machine will bring our foes to their knees.
Bold words, Envoy. We shall see, won't we?
It would seem a demonstration is in order. See to it, Krog.
As you wish. Shall we, Commander?
Very well. Show me what this beast of yours can do.
It will be my pleasure.
Enjoy the show, interloper. They are using holographic disguises. Guards, deal with them.
Making sure I didn't leave any trash on the ground. That seemed pretty, still gonna be there? Pick that up. Yeah, I do think the there's a nice little kit performance bonus Energize.
We're trying to get our computer to interface with that Nakul control console, but their tech is quite advanced. I need at least 5 minutes to integrate it.
You got to. There's an enemy fleet and a live doomsday machine out there.
Your uninvited guests will make a fine target for the weapon, Chulak.
Keep it up. It's targeting us again. We need to move. Almost got this console working. Console is ready. Go to the doomsday machine so we can transmit the control codes. Activating shutdown protocol. Now. Something is wrong. It's not working. It's firing indiscriminately.
Enough! It's only a matter of time before that thing destroys the planet! All ships, destroy the Doomsday Weapon and the cool ships! Now!
The fabled Romulan treasure at last. You'll regret this, Romulan.
Fire volcanoes in the landing small! All ships, protect the planet from that machine at all costs! Yes, then a cool ship is about to be food for the beast. That should end it. Wait! What's happening? The machine. It's on a collision course. No! No! I don't know who you are, and I don't care. You helped us with the traitorous Nakul, and that earned you a reprieve. For now. Leave while you still can. I won't ask twice.
I'm gonna pick up my trash.
I don't know who you are, and I don't care. You helped us with the traitorous Nakul, and that earned you a reprieve. For now. Leave while you still can. I won't ask twice.
As you wish, Commander. Let him know I'll be there shortly.
The Nakul ship must have detonated within the Doomsday Machine. Disrupted it somehow. This must feel like a Pyrrhic victory at best, too. An occupational hazard, I'm afraid. I'll be fine. What matters is that Chulak and his allies would have killed billions had their plan succeeded. Instead, his life is a cautionary tale, forever disgraced by his loss here today. We stopped them this time, at great cost. Clearly, the Nakul and their leader, this envoy, are willing to do anything to win this war, even commit genocide. It's unfortunate that Chulak didn't stand up to the Nakul sooner. It might have prevented this tragedy today.
So this is one of the better armors in the game. Just as a pure armor. So that's all they can grab.
There's been a temporal disturbance in the 27th century. It's happening in the Lurs system. Vorgon mercenaries are targeting a scientist named Cal Dano. This is big. We must keep Dano and his research out of Vorgon hands. I've transmitted the temporal coordinates. Meet me there.
Wait, I'm confused. Have I already met Caldeno? I've played so many missions recently and out of order, I don't remember. Is that a part of the Iconian storyline? Wait, are these out of order?
Do you have any questions? I find it funny that it still has the this splash page. Time shift complete. Permission to come aboard?
Acknowledged. Mr. Daniels is joining us on the bridge, Scavin. It's not Scavin.
Cal Dano is stationed here at a Daystrom Institute research facility. The Vorgons may already have what they came for. Bring us into scanning range. We need to find out.
Why is this Caldano significant?
He's a brilliant scientist who recently completed work on a quantum phase inhibitor known as the Tox-Utot. While it was designed for peaceful purposes, the Tox-Utot could be a powerful weapon in the wrong hands. Hands like those of the Vorgons.
Let's hope we're in time to help. Helm, bring us in range. Let me know if anything changes.
It's highly likely the Vorgons are at Cal Dano's research facility trying to get what they want. I'll take point on this one. I need you to keep an eye on that Vorgon ship and its crew. They might send reinforcements, or open fire from orbit.
Right. Bring us within transporter range. Helm. Red alert! All hands, battle stations.
The Vorgons have cornered Caldano. Engaging them now. The Vorgons have beamed out after our disagreement.
This is Baratas, commander of the VSV Aberel. You are interfering with the private matter that does not concern you. Identify yourself.
I'm Admiral Doles of the Bullsman. It became my concern when you fired upon my ship.
My name is Azure. Baratas and I pursue a researcher named Caldano, and have been for some time. He has created a weapon of mass destruction. A very valuable weapon. The Tox-Utot and its maker will be ours. Our reinforcements are en route. You should not have interfered.
This couldn't have been avoided, Azure.
Caldano's safe. For now. We're ready to beam up. Since these Vorgons aren't of this era, destroying them won't disrupt the timeline. Caldano must fulfill his personal destiny. I've given him my time ship to do so. Please clear it for launch. Trust me on this. I can always get another ship.
Alright. Shuttle Bay 1. The time ship is cleared to immediate launch.
More Vorgons. We need to cover Cal's escape. Almost there. Just keep the Vorgons busy a bit longer. He made it. The time ship is safely on its way.
This is a temporary setback. Your interference will not keep us from Caldano or the Tox-Utot. History can be changed, as you will see.
Stand down, Commander. It's over.
The Arborel just engaged a temporal drive. They're gone. The Vorgons know a lot about the Tox-Utot and its history. They'll want to reach a pivotal point in its timeline. There! I have them. Reading a new temporal ripple. In the year 2152. Unfortunately, I can't ask Captain Archer to get involved in this one, so if you don't mind. Temporal course laid in. Ready when you are.
Engage. And the Vorgons? Recede. Keep us off the sensors if you can.
The time ship, or what's left of it, is currently on Enterprise, along with the body of Caldano.
What happened to Cal?
He wound up here after a temporal incident that ended his long life and career. The Vorgons don't know this, however. We can't let them endanger Enterprise or her crew. Also, we should stay out of Enterprise's sensor range. They haven't detected us yet, but let's not tempt fate.
Agreed.
History shows you have a habit of meddling in the affairs of others.
We believe it is time to break you of that habit.
You're about to be disappointed, Commander. Weapons ready.
Unidentified vessels. You are temporal anomalies. Unidentified vessels. You are temporal anomalies. You do not belong. Your chronoton signature matches a vessel we seek. We will know why. Submit to investigation, or you will be purged.
Wait, hold on, let us explain.
Tholian Captain, we are not aligned with these interlopers. In fact, we would be happy to ally with you against them.
The Lion's proposal refused. You are anomalous. They are anomalous. You will all be purged.
Red alert, shields up.
There's a Vulcan rescue team on its way to aid the Dakir. We should leave before they arrive and ask questions we're not prepared to answer.
Can you look for it into the arbor? Can you look onto the arbor?
Scanning for the Vorgons now. Ah, of course. They're heading to the Risa system in 2366. The Toxutot was buried there. And it's about to be discovered by Jean-Luc Picard.
That's where it was destroyed as well, if our memory serves.
That's the official record, yes. Truth is, Captain Picard realized the scientific value of the Toxutot and faked its destruction to fool the Vorgons. It worked. Until now. I'm reading a new disturbance. Sol System 2375. They know where it is. Course locked in. Are you ready for transit?
Make it so. Why Earth, Daniels? And why now?
The Toxutot is here, in a high-security vault under Starfleet command. I assume the Vorgons are taking advantage of the chaos and the heavy damage to infiltrate the security facility and steal the Toxutot.
Pity Captain Picard's ruse didn't last.
It held up for quite some time. I suspect our Vorgon friends are getting some help. History shows them giving up the hunt after their failure at Risa.
Regardless, they're here now, and we got work to do.
Let's take advantage of this lull in the battle to beam down, while we still can. Are you ready to beam down to Starfleet HQ?
Let's go. Understood. Weapons ready. Move out.
In orbit, the Federation fleet has engaged the Green Invasion Force. Reports from San Francisco estimate casualties in the tens of thousands. Starfleet Command is under heavy fire at this time.
No one to talk to there?
We should probably ask that researcher what he knows.
Oh, thank God you're not Breen. This is a nightmare. I think they're heading to the vault. What's left of my research team grabbed phasers from a security station and decided to hold the line. Against Breen soldiers. Complete, utter insanity. Please, help them.
Get to safety. We'll help them if we can.
Thanks for the assist. Anything I can help you with? Thanks for the help. The Breen thought Starfleet scientists couldn't fight. As you can see, they were greatly mistaken.
That they were. Have you seen any Vorgons down here?
Funny you should mention that. We have. One of my team picked up 2 Vorgon life signs in the vault on local sensors, just before the Breen came to call. I notified security, for all the good that did. Let me buzz you in. Main access is over here.
Lead the way.
The Federation fleet is advancing on the Breen positions, but casualties are high on both sides. Breen shock troops are beaming to locations on Earth, where ground combat is the heaviest. Lastly, we have unofficial reports that Starfleet Academy is preparing to be overrun.
Damn! This thing's a total loss. I can open up secondary access for you, but you should know, the Breen made it in there. Could be rough going.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of it.
Reports of a major strike led by the USS Cairo and the USS Enterprise are coming in. The Breen battle line appears to be breaking down, though heavy ground combat continues at several locations.
So the one thing I would suggest, if you ever see this, don't panic if things don't make sense. And the reason why is because you can line these up so that they're in a row, but that's not what you need to do. You got to make sure that you're lining these colors in the row too. So because blue does belong here, I'm just going to flip that one down. And then green does belong in the middle. But let me see. If I put this over here. Yeah. So we're actually going to... this down. Doesn't work. There we go. The first few times I did that particular puzzle, and you see it relatively a lot throughout the missions. I restarted the mission a few times. I thought it was bugged, and it's not. Just you gotta make sure you line those colors up correctly.
I've brought you this far And you still won't join me?
No, Envoy. Your war with the Federation doesn't concern us.
Only the Tox Uthot matters. Nothing else. We are not alone in that pursuit, as you can see.
These must be the meddlers that you spoke of, Barotus. Kill them quickly.
We
That
were
was quick.
so close.
Usher. No! No! Envoy! Show yourself!
Having trouble, are we? You see now the depths our foes will go to, Barotus. Join me, and you'll have your revenge. I swear it.
Very well. I will follow your lead, Envoy. For vengeance.
Vengeance, indeed.
I'll be fine. We need to focus. Find the Tox Uthot.
Unacceptable. You've been injured somehow, and I want to know why.
I'm afraid that's need-to-know information. And right now, you don't need to know. I'm sorry, but there are things bigger than this to worry about.
Have it your way, Daniels. For now.
Reports of a major strike led by the USS Cairo and the USS Enterprise are coming in. The Breen battle line appears to be breaking down, though heavy ground combat continues at several locations. Reports of a major strike.
I think there's another news panel somewhere. Actually, I think that is where the Tox Uthot is. So we're going to go over here. Let's go see what the other one is first. Have a little bit of fun. We must prepare the ship for temporal transport.
You did well. However, the Envoy keeps gaining allies. First the Nakul, and now the Vorgons. We've been hearing a name in chatter lately. The Temporal Liberation Front. Sounds like our friends are more organized than we thought. Thankfully, we kept them from Caldano and the Toxutat. I don't like to think about what could have happened otherwise. We have discovered that the Sphere Builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make changes in time, but in other dimensions as well. Their experiments in the parallel universe have produced results that will aid them in forming expanses here. We need to travel to that reality and stop the Sphere Builder research, while we still can.
Gonna just double check gear here. That is better. And that is arguably better. Scope. That is better. This is better. Tarsi. Oh. Kind of the equivalent. Who's my fourth one? This. Not this. I will not worry about that right now. I'll look at that later on. Alright. I'm actually kind of surprised, like, these missions are actually going pretty fast. I think these missions are going just about as fast as they would go if I was skipping through most of the conversation. Keep an eye on them, Daniels.
In 2387, an incident created a quantum rift between our universe and this one. A Romulan ship accidentally traveled here through a singularity. They found themselves in 2233 and later destroyed the USS Kelvin in battle. This caused their timeline to differ from ours. As a result, we now refer to it as the Kelvin timeline. We believe the sphere builders communicate with their operatives through the rift.
Operatives such as Klingons?
Yes. In our timeline, they used the Xindi as a proxy force. I suspect they're doing the same thing here with the Klingons.
Formidable choice, though it's hard to see Klingons as anyone's proxy.
I'm reading multiple spheres under construction in this sector, as well as the wreckage of spheres. I suspect the local forces are trying to prevent an expanse from being formed.
Good. We may have some allies then.
This sphere isn't active yet. We need to neutralize it before the builders can create an expanse.
USS Yorktown. We are under attack and require...
I do hope you've come to fight, Patok. If not, you may whimper and wait for my blade at your throat.
Battle stations, defend the Yorktown.
Reading multiple Klingon life signs on Yorktown's bridge. Enemy reinforcements inbound.
Unidentified vessel. This is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack by Klingon boarding parties. Can you provide assistance?
Front of Yorktown. We're on our way. Understood. Daniels and I will secure the bridge.
Over here. Greetings. I am Science Officer 0718. Thank you for your very timely assistance. Could you see to Admiral Garrett's medical needs? I am currently interfacing with your crew and Yorktown's engineering systems to prevent a critical breach of the warp core.
We'll see to the Admiral. Keep me surprised at the warp core status.
What are you doing here? Last I heard, you were putting fear into the hearts of first-year cadets of the Academy. Never mind for now. Give us a hand here. The Klingons really did a number on us.
We'll do what we can, Admiral. Yeah. I see what they did there. Yeah. Okay. Because I'm from this timeline. Yeah, not this universe, but yeah, temporal recruit. I like it.
Thank you. Oh, my head's still spinning. That last Klingon photon hit sent me flying into the ops console.
Head first.
Take it easy for a moment. Dizziness will pass soon.
Thanks. I hope you're here to deal with these spheres.
Rest easy. We're here to help.
Thank you. I thought we were finished. The Klingons weren't interested in taking prisoners.
Your vitals will stabilize. You'll be alright.
We could use some help putting out these fires. Come over here after you've put out the last fire. Over here. All right. We were about to begin sabotage operations on the sphere when the Klingons came to call. As you can see, Yorktown and her crew are in rough shape. But that thing needs to be neutralized. I count on you and your crew to help us finish the job.
Of course.
Glad to hear it. We've got explosives ready to go. But we'll need to find a proper infiltration point on the sphere. Work with my science officer to make that happen.
Understood, Admiral.
Use the starboard console. Together we can triangulate our scanners. Admiral Garrett, I believe we found a suitable location. I have reviewed your proposed infiltration coordinates. They are tactically sound. We can commence operations at your command. Be advised, in previous encounters on board spheres, the occupants have been quick to mobilize their defense forces. Expect heavy opposition.
Understood. Let's move out.
I'll stay on the Yorktown to assist Admiral Garrett and his crew. We'll monitor your progress from the bridge and provide tactical updates as we can.
Beam us down. Acknowledged. Dole's out.
Commander! Kill those intruders!
To date, the most effective Starfleet tactic has been to trigger a critical series of detonations within their power suite. Such disruptions have resulted in destruction of a sphere.
No doubt the Klingons will have something to say about that.
Experiment 2674. Despite attempts to compensate for transdimensional drift, the protocol initiation led to universal instability and, ultimately, entropic acceleration. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, minimal. Project terminated.
Receiving data. I had no idea the sphere builders were involved in so many alternate realities.
You cannot stop our plans!
I was part of the team that devised the sphere neutralization tactics aboard USS Enterprise. After our initial success, I was deployed to the Yorktown to share my expertise on such matters.
Your experience should be invaluable, 0718.
Experiment 3331. The Expanse grew at an acceptable rate until it was discovered by the Iconian Dominion Alliance. After intense resistance, we were able to decimate their core systems with targeted micro-expanses. But their desperation assault in subspace led to a complete entropic breakdown and, ultimately, universal disruption. Galactic habitable spaces, 0.
Life signs, indeterminate. Project terminated.
This data, they've exterminated entire galaxies with their experiments.
It seems your alliance with the Klingons has been profitable, builders.
It has. Like Vizindi, they are eager for conquest.
However, the technology you have provided destroys as well as creates.
The Resistance has been disruptive to our progress. Your promises appear thin, Envoy.
I assure you, all is going according to plan. Nothing they will do will keep us from our goals.
And yet, I see a familiar disruption has presented itself again.
A minor nuisance. I suggest letting your Klingons do what they do best.
I will deal with this disruption. It's time you learned that you cannot prevail, intruder. You will fall to ruin. I have had enough of you.
We can resolve this with honor, if you're willing.
The Tutarians were a peaceful race, until your misbegotten alliance committed an act of genocide. We were all but annihilated. Only a scant few of us escaped to safety, lost and forgotten within a dimensional void. The Envoy has given us the means to manipulate events. We had begun to undo the damage you have done to us. Quantum realms such as this are ours to study without risk to our own. And should this realm unravel, there is an infinite number of realms remaining to us.
You speak of suffering genocide, but you are willing to commit it yourself?
Yes, just as you were willing to do so to achieve your goals. Do not presume to judge me, murderer! The Expanse Protocol will wipe you from existence, and with your passing, bring justice to my people at long last.
Something is happening. The sphere is emitting a high level of thermobaric radiation. We must complete our objective at once. Finished working on the sphere network. Prepare the final charge for detonation. Final charge deployed. We can return and initiate the detonation chain on your command.
Let's make that happen before the Expanse is complete.
Experiment 4472. Projections indicate increased habitable living area and Expanse growth rate. Early estimates suggest a 500% increase. Local resistance, primarily from this realm's version of the Federation, has been crude but effective. Deploying Klingon proxy forces and key sphere deployments should alleviate this concern.
The latest data is local. It corresponds to this universe's quantum signature.
Understood.
Sphere builder ships inbound.
Work fast. We're running out of time.
Recalibration complete. I have established a link to the charges on the sphere, ready to activate on your command.
Detonate the charges.
Detonations complete. The sphere is neutralized.
Acknowledge. We're on our way.
Nice work over there.
It was rough for a moment, but you both...
What the?
I'll see you back on the ship, sir.
Most curious. I believe that wound occurred due to a temporal shift. Something has happened elsewhere. A question for another time, perhaps.
In the end, you came through for us. On behalf of Starfleet and the Yorktown crew, thanks.
Indeed. Safe travels to you and your crew.
The Envoy's been busy since our last meeting. I think we can add the Sphere Builders to our list of known TLF associates and members after this encounter. The Builders are no strangers to temporal war. Their experience could tip the balance of power against us. Fortunately, their ability to operate in our dimension is extremely limited. For now. Some time ago, there was a temporal disruption involving the USS Enterprise C. We thought the matter was fully resolved, but there was an oversight. We need to find one of the Enterprise C survivors, a temporal duplicate of Starfleet Admiral Tenay. Until we reconcile her displacement, the timeline is in jeopardy. There's one person in particular that can provide the location of the survivors, Sela of Romulus. We believe she's operating in the Cytor system. Meet me there to search for Sela and enlist her aid.
Stuff is all horrible.
Stay safe out there.
So it looks like I'm actually going to be able to get this this one finished. This is probably one of my favorite of these temporal missions. I think it's pretty good. This will probably be the last mission I do for tonight. Welcome aboard, Agent. What's your take on this?
If she's here, we'll need to draw her out. Sela's not easily found if she doesn't want to be. In the meantime, there's a structure on one of the larger asteroids, but the mineral content there is making long-range scanning difficult. I recommend we take a closer look.
What sort of structure?
Looks like a small base of some kind. Industrial, possibly military. Whatever it is, it's running at low power. We'll get a better idea at close range.
Understood. Take us closer, Helm.
Our intel shows a lot of Romulan activity in this system, in Sela's name. Command believes she's planning an assault of some kind and gathering tactical resources. This looks like an abandoned Tal Shiar base, or what's left of one. It looks like the interior has been stripped of anything useful over an extended period of time. This could be the work of Sela's forces. They've been... Wait! Picking up enemy contacts. Romulan ships decloaking.
Shields up, red alert.
Those ships were older, but battle-ready and in good repair. It's unusual of them to run so quickly. We should stay sharp. There's probably more of them out there waiting under cloak. In the meantime, we damage their propulsion systems in the fight. They're leaking plasma.
Helm, follow that plasma trail.
As long as they keep leaking plasma, we can follow their trail. They're not trying to lose us. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Unidentified ship, you are trespassing in sovereign Romulan space, and you are outnumbered. Surrender now.
Nice to see you too.
Oh, it's you again.
We're not here to fight, Sela. Stand down.
No. You are still trespassing in my space, and I could use a new ship for my armada.
Red alert, tactical. Fire to disable.
Fine, we'll talk. Cut to the chase and tell me what it is you want.
Information, specifically the location of a certain Tal Shiar prisoners.
Ah, I'd wondered when you'd get around to looking for the Enterprise C survivors.
Where are they?
When the Enterprise C survivors were taken, my father agreed to let the rest of the crew live, so long as Lieutenant Yar served as his concubine. She was executed, but my father held to his word. I am aware of their location, but I will only take you there if you agree to bring me with you.
If you come with us, you agree to be arrested. No tricks.
And what assurances do I have that I won't simply be executed? I will not agree to my death.
We'll make arrangements for incarceration, not execution.
If I agree to this, I will be held in house arrest, somewhere reasonably pleasant by my own standards. I will not be cut off from access to the outside world, and I will not be given any sort of death penalty. Further, You will allow my crew and their ships to go without harassment.
I'm sure such arrangements can be made. Prepared to beam aboard.
The survivors of the Enterprise C were sent to a Tal Shiar prison world. Set a course for the Pictet system. I shall make my way to the bridge of this quaint little ship.
You've been on it before. I'm surprised you're concerned about it now. But very well. Helm, plot a course.
I'm reading several Tholian ships on sensors, along with some unusual temporal fluctuations. Tholians dislike anything involving time travel. We should be cautious. If they think we're responsible, they may become hostile.
Agreed. Anything you'd like to add, Seela?
This is the Pictet system, one of many worlds where the Tal Shiar would send assets important enough to keep, but not threatening enough to kill. Supplies to this world stopped when Hobus was destroyed, but the Enterprise C crew are proven survivors. I admit the Tholians being here is new. Surely they won't be too difficult for you to handle.
Shields up. Helm, take us in.
Do not return. The anomaly will be eradicated. Leave now.
That anomaly is devastating our hull. Avoid flying into it if possible.
The Tholians were performing a detailed scan on that anomaly. Something caused it to destabilize quickly. Not a good sign.
The anomaly will be purged and fulfilled. Vengeance for the fallen.
Another temporal anomaly. It was emitting high levels of tachyon radiation and chronotons before it dispersed. I'll need more data, but I think it was an unstable gateway into transdimensional space.
I see.
Scan one. I want to see what they were so interested in.
Plot a course. We'll scan one.
Based on these readings, I believe I've found an origin point for these anomalies. They're coming from the planet below. I suggest sending an away team down to collect data.
Alright. Let's get down and... wait. Shields up! Tholians!
Check out the planet while we can. I am detecting signs of habitation, but there's a lot of temporal disturbances down there. They're making it hard to obtain a clear reading at this distance.
Let's go down and take a closer look. Sela?
Assemble your most able crewmen and... My apologies. This is your ship. You give the orders.
Indeed. Daniel, Sela, you're with me. Let's beam down and see what's going on.
We've beamed down into an open courtyard within what's left of the Tal Shiar prison. Doesn't look like it's been inhabited for some time. I'm reading a number of temporal anomalies nearby, but my tricorder's having trouble analyzing the data. We're going to need to get closer.
Understood.
The shipments of supplies stopped long ago. Anyone alive down here will have a hard time. I suppose that's too bad for Admiral Tenay.
Said anything about Admiral Tenay?
That is what this is about, isn't it? There are two of her and no one else. If you find her, I doubt she will be alive.
We're gonna search for her regardless.
This world was abandoned by the Tal Shiar decades ago. I doubt there's anyone left. The survivors of the Enterprise C might have left personal items behind.
This datapad dates back to the late 23rd century. It lacks power, but it should work once it's recharged.
Sure, if you can power it up, there could be useful data on it.
This place hasn't been inhabited for a while. Thing is, the tricorder's giving a range of time from 3 months to 30 years. We're dealing with some serious temporal flux here.
That could be a problem. Let's keep moving.
That's one of the temporal anomalies. I wouldn't recommend entering its area of effect. From what I'm reading here, contact with the anomaly will do considerable damage to anything organic. That being said, I believe we can deal with this. Stand over there, and between the two of us, we should be able to nullify the anomaly.
Understood.
Someone's been here recently. The tricorder's picking up numerous signs of habitation in the area. By the look of things, someone stripped this area of all useful items and moved on.
We should move on then, too. We'll need to make a way past those gates.
This gate appears to have been locked from the outside. Perhaps they knew about the anomaly but didn't have the means to handle it. Ah, there's a manual override over there near our beam-down site. We can use it to open the gates.
Controls appear to be behind some gates. More temporal anomalies.
When we disrupted this anomaly, it seemed to fracture, forcing more anomalies into our timeline. I think we might be able to use that to our benefit, though. I'll stay here and act as an anchor. Find the best spot and use your tricorder to emit the dispersal pattern again. We should be able to push those bubbles away from the gate controls. If you get stuck, I'll be able to get you out of trouble.
I'll disperse the anomalies and make path to the gate controls.
The gate controls are trapped within an anomaly. We'll have to disperse it to use them. Looks like some of the closed gateways are rusted now. Find another spot. I think I can see a clear path to the controls. The gate's open. Try to disperse where you are. It should open an escape path for you. Excellent. The gate's open, and we can continue our search for Tanae. Well done. Before we move on, I've managed to bring the data pad online again. It might contain clues on what happened. Looks like it's a personal unit. The primary user is Lieutenant Tasha Yar of Starfleet.
Are you certain?
Give me that. The first entry dates to 2389, nearly 40 years after she was executed. Or at least 40 years after she was supposed to have been executed.
Let's see the entry.
I am Natasha Yar, Security Chief for the Federation Starship Enterprise D. Well, at least that's who I was. For the past 40 years, I've been Tal Shiar Prisoner 24601. But even that changed a week ago. Our regular supply drops from the Star Empire stopped 3 months ago. The guards started caring too much about what might be going on elsewhere in the quadrant and caring too little about their prisoners. We were able to overpower them. We've managed to recover some data pads like this one, but there isn't enough here for us to call for help or escape. I'm leaving this record in case anyone comes looking for us. Sela, if you find this, I still love you. I've missed you. Lieutenant Yar was supposed to have been executed. My father said it happened. There were witnesses. How can... Clearly, there was some judicious alteration of history.
So it would appear.
The Enterprise C survivors were here, but something drove them away. Something more than the loss of supplies. We should continue looking for the survivors. Your duplicate of Tanae may yet be alive on this rock.
Your father lied to you.
It would not have been the first time. No doubt he thought she might still have been useful in some way. I can see the pity in your eyes. Keep it. His decision allowed me to become the person I am. I do not regret that.
If you say so.
Look, there's a path ahead. This anomaly looks more stable than the others. Probably less deadly, but let's not find out now.
Generators died, no one knows why. Richard thinks it might have been big predators. Tanae thinks she might be able to salvage some of the parts. I hope she can. She's been glaring over the remains for the last 3 hours. 2 more dead. We can't stay here. The animals know the fence won't harm them anymore. I rigged an early warning system using a trick I learned growing up on Turkana 4, but that won't stop them. Took a vote. We'll build a new settlement in the old secondary supply bunker the Tal Shiar abandoned 20 years ago. The surviving guard has agreed to guide us there. Loyalty to the Tal Shiar fades when you've been stranded with the inmates. Lieutenant Yar never discussed Turkana 4. When I was older, I discovered why. She was a survivor. It is clear that her arrangement with my father was just that. Obviously, she continued that trait into her existence here. There's more ground to cover.
Indeed. Let's keep following the path.
There's another unstable anomaly. The anomaly has left some of the rock in a molten state.
You took readings in orbit. Surely we should continue looking. Clearly, these anomalies must be connected to your mission. Now, while you take a leisurely stroll through the jungle, I will be moving on. It appears that there are more survivors than initially believed.
On that, we're in an agreement. Let's keep searching.
There's a lot of interference, but I think I'm picking up a life sign. Tanae!
Go away! Leave this place! No! No! Please, not again! Stay away! Stay away!
It seems your duplicate, Tanae, is still alive, and she isn't pleased to see you. I don't really blame her. I wasn't exactly thrilled to see you again, either.
I see a structure ahead. Let's go check it out.
She's run off, but there's an even larger anomaly close by.
It looks like it was a structure at one point, but I doubt any
Another
survivors
temporal
would
anomaly,
remain in
and
a
this one is
ruin
larger
like
than the
this.
last. There are temporal eddies moving through the area and a few stable locations between them. Now, if you establish temporal stabilizers in these 3 locations, we can disperse the anomaly and get a better look at the area. Hopefully, the Enterprise C survivors were able to escape the area before this happened.
Understood. This is one of those interesting situations where it used to be you had to stand in the circles that are moving around in order to move through here. And I don't know if it's always been that you were able to use an environmental suit in this, but yeah, you don't have to use the circles anymore. Matter of fact, if
there's a stable pocket ahead of you, set up the first stabilizer there. That's the first stabilizer. 2 more to go.
If you walk into this area, without the environmental suit, it'll just put one on you. No, that's the first time I've seen it give the damage message.
Incredible! Dispersing the anomaly restored more than I expected. We should look for clues.
Switch back to normal armor.
We found an entire grove of saplings. Richard swears the same area was full of towering trees last week. might be mistaken. We're both getting older. I thought I saw a Romulan in the brush. He was wearing a 22nd century style uniform. When I looked again, he was gone. Maybe I'm going senile. Richard insists I'm too young. Maybe it's because the outside world has been on my mind. Sela has been on my mind. I wonder what happened to her. While her father was a Tal Shiar general, he spared my life in the end. Perhaps he wasn't petty and cruel to her. I hope he wasn't. If you should find this, happy 50th birthday, Sela. I have missed you. I only regret we were separated. Shelter ruined, last tricorder gone, half our stores destroyed, 5 dead. The hunters and gatherers returned to find many dead and unconscious. I used my emergency medic training, but I was a security officer, not a doctor. Devek might not make it. None of them can remember what happened. Without the tricorder, we can't scan the area, or for internal injuries. I suspect that there is something on the planet causing anomalies of some kind. Danae has not reacted well. She's been talking to herself and keeping apart from everyone. A problem for later. Survival now.
Some sort of temporal inversion happened here. Some of the rock returned to an earlier molten state, while some of the building materials aged over 200 years. Anyone standing close to these objects would have been affected as well, regressed to infancy, or aged to the grave.
The same thing could happen to us if we're not careful.
Well, I suppose it was nice that Yar thought of me. But that doesn't change the fact that she was going to steal me away like a thief in the night. If she had truly cared, she would have stayed where she was. My father was not cruel or petty, at least not to me. He was hard because he needed to be. I thrived because of it.
I see.
The Enterprise C survivors were surprisingly resilient. Tasha's notes are more sparse, but seem to record a productive, if primitive, community. They mention a secondary site close by. If your Vulcan survived, there may be others, and they may be close.
We should keep looking.
Over here! There's a path with recent footprints. I'm reading another anomaly, further down the path. Tanae might be there.
The Tanae anomaly and its allies must be purged.
That Tholian away team must have beamed down to investigate the anomaly. This looks to be a well-worn path. Some recent footprints here, heading the other way. Might have run into Tholians.
It seems your Vulcan passed this way recently. Perhaps the cavern mentioned Natasha's logs is nearby. We should follow the tracks.
They're headed towards those rocks.
It seems many of the refugees would be alive if it weren't for the anomalies. I wonder how many are left now.
I'm detecting signs of recent habitation in this location.
Maybe we'll find more answers.
This was some sort of dwelling up until a few months ago. If I'm reading this right, there was an explosion of Tetrion particles here. A fatal one, judging by the organic residue on the walls. No one's been living here since, according to these tricorder readings.
Understood. Let's keep searching. They may have left something behind.
The anomalies are temporal in origin. I watched Richard wither and die before my eyes. An anomaly appeared, and moments later, he aged 100 years. We buried him this morning in the clearing. I never expected he and I would end this way. I miss him. Richard was a wonderful partner for these last decades, a good man. We built a wonderful life despite it all. My only regret is that Sela never got to know how kind and brave Richard was. He'd have been such a wonderful stepfather. Tanae hasn't been seen in days. I'm worried she won't come back. I'm worried she will. I thought her strange behavior might be a degenerative Vulcan sickness, but she was answering questions before they were asked, and she's been close to every anomaly that's happened. Maybe I'm jumping in shadows. The part of me that is still a security officer on the Enterprise doesn't think I am, though.
This is Tanae. I have agreed to report the final words of Natasha Yar, and to hold this log for the future. If there is one. If it isn't here already, What? No. Focus. Focus. Natasha Yar died of a fever. She wished for the story of the crew of the Enterprise C to be remembered. They were brave beyond expectation. She wished for her daughter to know that she was loved, and that Natasha lived a long and happy life. But Natasha missed her, and she hoped her daughter's life was wonderful. Natasha requests that if this log is found, that this record be conveyed to Sela of Romulus and to the Federation. Do not come near me. End log.
Agreed. Let's proceed through the cave and continue our search.
I think I see movement in the bushes.
Tanae?
Stop following me! Go away! To stay away!
Come with me. We'll be able to fix everything.
I am dangerous. You should not be here. No one can be here. No! Not again! Oh!
Not again? What do you mean?
No! Not again!
There's a new anomaly forming.
Folians!
Purge the anomaly. Purge the contaminated.
The anomalies that have been occurring were caused by decades of temporal interference. Because of what happened with the Enterprise C, you exist in two places at once. We can fix this. You and your counterpart can be reintegrated. Your memories will be integrated as well, but the anomalies will stop.
We can help you. You don't have to run anymore.
I see the logic in your presence here. I am anomalous. My presence here must be sufficiently reconciled to preserve the order of things. I presume you are here to accomplish this.
Thus, I will go with you.
We'll fix this tonight. You don't have to hide any longer. Understood. Let's confirm this.
All this time, she was here. I believed she was dead. Tasha believed I might come looking for her. She believed it so strongly she left logs in case. Danae held her logs for her. And now, she is truly dead.
I'm sorry.
This place has led to some interesting revelations, shall we say? I think it best we leave before more Tholians show up.
Agreed.
Looks like we beamed up just in time. Several Tholian ships are on an attack vector.
Go to red alert. All hands, battle stations.
Happening. It's happening again. Another anomaly is forming.
Prepare for battle. It's not over yet. Acknowledge. Put her on screen.
I see you found my displaced temporal counterpart. Well done.
Thank you, Admiral.
An operations team is standing by on this vessel to assist with her temporal reintegration. Please beam her aboard, and we will begin the process. It is possible that I may acquire a new set of memories as part of the process. A small price to pay to stabilize the timeline. As it has been said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Admiral, I also have Silo aboard.
I see. Having read the briefing from Starfleet Command, I find her presence here to be most logical, considering the situation.
She's agreed to go into custody for now, that the issue has been resolved.
Very well. I will take custody of Sela and deliver her to a secure facility once the reintegration procedure is complete. Beam her aboard with my temporal counterpart.
As you wish. Bozeman out.
It seems our journey is at a parting of the ways once more.
It seems so. You did agree to place yourself in custody, however.
I did, and I will. But I have a condition to my surrender.
Bring it up with the Admiral.
Tell me about my mother.
The timeline is stabilizing. Anomaly counts are dropping, and our agents are reporting a decline in temporal aftershocks due to recent events. That's a good thing, by the way. The aftershocks of our recent discoveries on Pictet may take some time for Sela to resolve, however. I hope she's able to find a sense of peace and closure from what she's learned today. I'll be heading back to Temporal Command once we've fully integrated the two Tenays. Be seeing you.
Nothing here really matters. Just the shield.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
Remember, this is a beam. I don't remember if this is part of the DPS group though. Noted. We'll pick up the specialist when we reach Deep Space Nine. Alright. With that, I am going to end it for tonight. If you have liked what you've seen, go ahead and give me a like. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll get notified when I stream again. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day.